that are very successful have taken one idea, implemented it really well, consistently. This is how it applies to all of us, entrepreneurs. Take up one idea, implement it very well, consistently, you've got success. So, in our education we were taught, try to learn many different things about many different things. But suppose life is simpler than that. Suppose I'm going to give you an assumption here. The assumption is you've come to life only to learn one lesson. We've all come here to learn only one lesson, and you know what? You decide that lesson. So I'm going to ask you now a very simple question. If your whole life is just about learning one lesson, what is that one lesson? If you learnt it, your life would be inwardly happy, outwardly fulfilling, outwardly successful. What is that one lesson? Give you a few examples to guide you. Someone says, if I learn to live in the present moment, I'll be inwardly happy, outwardly successful. Just that one lesson. Someone says, if I learn to be compassionate, if I learn to feel my pain and feel other people's pain and just be there with them, not try to run away from it, face it, and then do whatever comes, compassion, my life will be successful and happy. Someone else says gratitude, being thankful. Being thankful, no matter what happens, I find what's good in it. Find the blessing in it. I'm thankful, I'm so thankful. That's my one quality. Someone says contentment, someone says patience. But it has to be a quality. So the hint is this. Choose a quality that you can practice every moment of your life. Not just something that happens once in a while. Something that every spare moment of your life you can say, yes, my lesson is being, I can apply my lesson over here. So can we all take a minute to think about what that one lesson would be for you? Please take a minute. You can all take a deep breath. Excellent. Would anyone like to share that idea? Their one idea? Their one lesson? Come on. You want to share? You want to share? No. Alright. If you don't want to share it, you probably are not going to get it too much. You've got to be someone opening it up. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
It means self-discipline.
Self-discipline. So if you learn to be self-disciplined, and let me ask you, the self-discipline will lead to what?
It'll give me the character to do what should be done in the movie.
You have the resourcefulness, the character. Will it also lead to peace and joy in your life?
Yes, I hope so.
Let me ask you, what's more important, joy or discipline for you? Just check. You could be fine with that question.
Probably joy seems more sexy, but I feel okay.
So very good. So very good. So it should be something you can practice every moment of your life. That's the important thing. In my definition, discipline, my definition, discipline is joy. There is no higher discipline. To me, discipline is joy. To be disciplined about being happy. Not about doing things a certain way. But check for yourself. Alright, let's all say answer. He's found this lesson for life, being self-disciplined. And you'll keep on understanding more and more about discipline as you go along. Somebody else wants to share. Yeah.
No worries, be happy.
Don't worry, be happy. Let's all say answers.
Answers.
Fantastic quality. No matter what happens, don't worry, be happy. Fine, let go of worry. Focus on happy. Let go of your plans. Focus on intentions. Intentions are more powerful than plans. You worry because of your plans. You're happy when you focus on intentions. Every single worry you have is my outcome, not my plan will not work out. Plans create fear. Intentions create faith, create confidence, create happiness. Right? Answers. Somebody else. So you want to share? I'd love to hear yours. What's yours?
Always thankful.
Always thankful. It's a powerful quality. Let's say together, answers.
Answers.
To be always thankful, no matter what happens. I think this is one of the best qualities you'll ever get. When you go to a temple, when you get prasad over there, you say, "Ye prasad bahut khatta hai, bahut meetha hai, bahut namkeen hai." You say that. You happily take it, right? So how come you step out of the temple of Gurdwara? You start complaining. That's also prasad. Everything is prasad, right? Everything in life is prasad. Not just what you get in the temple. If you really believe in that, then it's all prasad. You always say just thank you, thank you. For me, there is no higher prayer than then thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. For me, when I go to temples and gurudwaras or churches or anywhere, it's only one prayer. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Otherwise, I'm saying, dear God, what you've given me, you're not smart enough to give me what I need. Listen to my plan. Your plan is fine, listen to my plan. So many prayers are just more plans. I would like this to happen, then I'll be happy. And all that already happens, we take for granted. There was a lovely story I read about children who make wishes to Santa Claus. And one particular child was very unhappy with what he got. So Santa Claus actually came to him and said, let me show you my workshop. Takes the child to the workshop. And there are 3 workshops. The first one is a huge big room. And all the elves are busy packing, are busy looking at papers. He said, what's going on? Child said, what's going on? He said, here are your long requests. This is the request department. All the requests come there. Long list of ye chahiye, wo chahiye. Next warehouse, again a huge big warehouse, as big as your eye can see. And now they're all packing the gifts away. So this is the packaging and dispatch department. Next one, huge warehouse, but only one elf sitting there, twiddling his thumbs. So what is this? This is the department where we get acknowledgement and thanks. In other words, in making requests we are first, but when it comes to saying thank you, we are often last. Very important quality. Have you heard of Arthur Ashe? Who's Arthur Ashe? Wimbledon? Tennis champion? He was the first African American to win Wimbledon. And later on in his life, he got HIV. By blood transfusion, wasn't his fault, went to hospital, those days they didn't check for it. And he got HIV, later on got full-blown AIDS. And they interviewed him and said, what do you have to say about this? What happened to you? So he said something very powerful. He said, when I won Wimbledon, I never looked up to the skies and said, God, why me? So now that I got HIV also, I don't look up to God and say, God, why me? You see that? That's called integrity. That's called honesty. How come when all the good things happen to us, we take it for granted, that's obvious. But the slightest unwanted thing happens, we say, why me? And that's not being thankful, that's not being grateful. So this is a fantastic quality. And so it is. Somebody else? Yes, please.
Respect
Respect, wonderful. Respect for whom?
for situations, people that come across every day.
Fantastic, I love that. And I would add to that, respect in India, it's an aspect of sacredness. Everything is sacred. Everything is living, everything is divine. It's a very powerful, respect is a very powerful quality. You know, nowadays, in economic paradigm, it's all resources. Human beings are resources. Trees are resources, mountains are resources, just cut it up, break it up. You know, to have economic growth, very simple, cut all your forests. Very simple, cut all your forests, burn all your, go and make mines everywhere, ruin it all. You'll have economic growth, fantastic economic growth. But you'll ruin it for all the generations to come. But in the earlier paradigm, when they used to cut, when a villager wanted to make a home, he'd go to the tree, do a little puja, and say, I'm very sorry, I'm going to be cutting you down. I have no other option, I have to make a home for my family. So please forgive me for cutting you, it's going to pain you a little bit. But I want you to know I will use every bit of you with a lot of love. With a lot of respect, no part of you will go waste. And you will be honored and you will take care of generations to come. We will love you in a different way. And with that they cut the tree. And they go ahead and plant another tree to replace it. And that is respect, that is understanding the sacredness of oneness of life. Beautiful. And so it is. Let's do a little exercise to understand this element of everything is one, everything is connected. I'm going to use the word God. And many of you believe in God, some of you may not be sure about God. What I mean by God is the grand overall design, G-O-D. It's the intelligence which animates all of life. Whether or not you believe in God, there's 20 trillion cells in your body, somehow they're managing. There is some intelligence running them. The lunch you ate is getting digested, there's some intelligence running that. You're understanding my words, there are so many trillions of cells in your brain that are processing that. There is a larger intelligence to life that keeps the galaxies spinning, that keeps the universe moving. That's what I mean by God. So my question to you is God only someplace or is God everywhere? God is everywhere. Is God only something or is God all things? All things. So just with this definition of God, intelligence that animates all things, the divine intelligence that animates all things, everything you're seeing right now with your eyes, in your mind, assume that it's God. Just move your eyes around the room. And you're in the presence of God itself. Just move your eyes and realize all God. And now if you don't mind, gently close your eyes or downcast your eyes and become very alert to what you're hearing, the sound you're hearing. And come closer to yourself. Become very alert to the sound inside your body, the feelings inside your body. Feel what you're feeling. This is also God. By definition, God is everywhere. So whatever you're feeling is also God. And even the thoughts that are flowing through the mind, any thoughts, any ideas, that is also God. Notice any thoughts, and because these are God's thoughts. In other words, God is experiencing God. You can all take a slow deep breath. Gently open your eyes. Welcome to heaven, welcome to heaven, welcome to heaven. As you did this practice, what did you notice?
Distraction.
Distraction, although distraction also God. Distraction also
You
God.
slow down.
Yes?
You slow down.
You slow down. There was slowing down which happened. Yes? Did that happen? Gently slowing down happened? Yes. Relatively, yes. What else?
When you feel calm.
Awareness. There was calmness. Yes. There was the harmony. Very nice. Anything else?
Your senses get sharp.
Senses got sharpened. Sight, sound, everything got sharpened. Feeling got sharpened. When you pay attention, your life gets sharper, more beautiful. You'll find that whenever you're looking at life as subject-object, it is me experiencing life, there's going to be conflict in your life. Because you assume you're separate from life. But whenever you see that this is life experiencing life, there's no conflict. Like someone said, harmony, peace, quietude, silence. Check back in your life, the happiest time of your life. And you'll find you forgot who you were, you forgot where you were. You were just one in the moment. Whether it was your family, or playing a football game, or painting, or singing, or meditating, doesn't matter what it is. You forgot who you were, you forgot where you were, you forgot your name, your age, your address. You were just one with that moment, you were flowing with that moment. Have some of you had that experience? Yes or no? Many of us have had that experience. You all have had that experience. Look back at it, you already had that. And so happiness comes from feeling one with. When you're one with something, you're happy. So here's a powerful idea that will help us come to oneness. Let's say together. Behind every problem is a possibility. Behind every possibility is joy. Behind every joy is the present moment. And behind the present moment is oneness. In other words, every problem is an invitation to oneness, to your true nature, to oneness. Problem is defined as trying to figure it out. I love that definition of problem. A problem is defined as trying to figure it out. You try to figure out your problem. But when you say, what's the possibility here? You immediately shift. The same thing becomes joyful. Focus on the possibility, enthusiasm comes up, joy comes up. Start living with that joy, you're in the present moment, you're enjoying each moment. And when you really are, when you merge into the moment, when ice moving down the river dissolves, it becomes one with the river. You know what? It is always one with the river. It just assumes it is different. Ice is always one with the river. It just looks like it's different. We are all one. We look like we're different. So when you realize that we all over here are connected right now in mind, and we're all in the same place. Deep breath. How wonderful, how wonderful, how wonderful. So here are three paradigms that will help us, which are different from the popular paradigm. The first one is, let's say together, we are all one. Boliye. Second one is, there is nothing to do. And the third one is, there is plenty for everyone. Now this goes totally opposite the popular paradigm. Popular paradigm, we are all separate. And that leads to conflict, that leads to scarcity, that leads to every kind of war in the world comes from we are separate. You may not like your neighbor, but if you meet him in a foreign country, you'll be great pals. Why? Because you only Indians over there. Why? Because over there you're one. Human beings, we all fight a lot. Tomorrow aliens come and attack us, we become one, we are all humanity, we are human beings, and we all become one. Why? Because you focus on similarity, you become one. Focus on, anywhere you make a border, you immediately have conflict. So we are all one, wonderful paradigm. Next one, there's nothing to do. This is a very easy one. All you're doing is to get to being. You do all of it just to get to rest in the present moment. You're doing it all so you can rest. There is nothing to do. Tell me something, when you're maximally productive, is there a sense of doing or is there a sense of being? Answer this question. Sense of being, right?
Being.
Check your hobbies, that you often do for long periods of time with no money, no pay, you just do it because you love it. Is there a sense of doing or a sense of being? I just came from the golf course and I know what the answer there is. Are you doing golf or are you just being? Are you enjoying what you're doing? You're really enjoying it, you have a great time. Is it possible to really enjoy ourselves, have a great time and also get a lot done? This is the difference between hard work and hard work. Hard work and hard work. I'm going to give you 3 words. Please help me out with these 3 words. The first word is job. Second is career. And third is calling. What is the job?
Something you do for a living.
Yes. Something you do to pay your bills. A job is something you do. It's like Maslow's hierarchy. The most basic needs, survival, you got to pay the rent. You got to have food for yourself and your kids. So you do a job. Job is to pay the bills. What is a career? Maybe, yes. What else?
Something that actualizes me.
You'll be coming to that. What is a career? But normally, what is a career?
Some objective.
Career is for growth and advancement. Career is for growth. Entrepreneurs have a calling. Career is for growth and advancement, reputation, influence, power, things like that. Growth and advancement is a priority for career. The position you have in the company is an important for a career person. Not so much the job. What name? Are you calling me vice president? Are you calling me president? Are you calling me CEO? And a calling is what? Purpose. Calling has to do with fulfilling your inherent reason for being. Right? It's a natural expression of who you are, is your calling. It's what you do, and when you have all the money in the world, all the time in the world, what you do anyway is called calling. How do we come to our calling? Find out what you love to do, find out what you're good at, and find a way to use it to serve the world. And you come to your calling. What do I love to do? What am I good at? How can I use it to serve the world? Find out who you really are. Find out what you're good at and use it to support the world. This is called calling. The earlier you come to your calling in life, the more blissful your life is. So why not sooner? And also, here's another way of looking at it. You waited your whole life to be in this session right now. So your real calling is, whatever quality you all chosen, your real calling is to practice that one lesson in the now. That's your calling. So if my calling, my quality is, my lesson is, not just to live in the now, but to enjoy living in the now. So to the extent I'm enjoying living in the now, I'm fulfilling my calling, the doing will also happen through that. and we really sharpened, we really brought this quality out. How do you apply this idea in your life? You can start your day, when you wake up in the morning, sit in bed for 5 minutes and think of that one quality you've all chosen. Someone chose gratitude, right? What are some of the other things you chose? What did you choose again? Discipline. You have to find a way to practice it every moment. Discipline, gratitude, respect, finding sacredness and beauty in everything that you do, right? And you start your day with that quality. Fill your day with that quality, end your day with that quality. And you have a high quality day. You've taken full responsibility for your life. Now let's learn some specific ideas that can help us apply these lessons in our life. In a computer, a software that causes damage is called what? Called a virus. How do you heal a virus? An antivirus, right? So, which is the world's most powerful computer? Human brain, that's right. Right? The human brain is the world's most powerful computer, and therefore, thoughts that hurt us, that hurt others, are called viruses.